Good evening, everyone. This is Melissa Thomas with Florida National News coming to you with the evening news rundown for your Tuesday, September 8th, 2020. Thank you, as always, for tuning in, and thank you guys for your gracious patience. A lot of technical difficulties on our end, but we have worked on them, and we are here for you. So, as always, we'd like to extend an invitation to anyone interested in advertising with us. Just shoot us an email at ads@floridanationalnews.com if you're interested in advertising or even sponsoring one of our segments. We'd love to hear from you guys and get started with you. And as always, we'd like to begin our evening news rundown segments with the latest COVID-19 reports globally, here in the United States and in the state of Florida. So globally, according to the World Health Organization, we are seeing over 27.2 million confirmed cases and now over 891,000 confirmed deaths. Here in the United States, Johns Hopkins University is reporting over 6.3 million confirmed cases and now over 189,000 confirmed deaths. Here in the state of Florida, the Department of Health is reporting over 650,000 confirmed cases, and now we have pretty much officially crossed the 12,000 mark in terms of confirmed deaths, which is a little unfortunate, but you guys, we always continue to exhort all of you in terms of staying safe, keeping your hands clean, guarding them, washing them, sanitizing them, gloving them if necessary, wearing your mask, and practicing safe social distancing. Now, going into our world story, you guys have heard us go over Spain, UK, France, Italy, all of these particular nations in the European Union that have been dealing with COVID-19 cases, particularly a recent spike in COVID-19 cases. Spain is now recording a new high in the number of new cases, as the UK and France also see spikes. The total number of COVID-19 cases in Spain as of Monday passed 500,000 after the country confirmed some 26,000 new infections over the weekend, and the UK and France are also reporting surges. Spain is the first country in Western Europe to pass 500,000 COVID-19 cases. Now, there is growing concern that Europe is experiencing a second wave of infections, with cases surging over the summer. The UK confirmed on Sunday that nearly 3,000 new cases, they've reported nearly 3,000 new cases, which is the most for them since May. And on Monday, the health department reported over 2,948. So first it was 2,988. Those were the new cases on Sunday, then 2,948 on Monday specifically. Now, England's Deputy Chief Medical Officer, Jonathan Van Tam, said Brits had, quote, relaxed too much over the summer and the, quote, a bumpy ride over the next few months. There will be a bumpy ride over the next few months unless people start taking the virus seriously again. Now, Friday, they saw a record of over 8,900 new cases. The previous daily record was over 7,500, which was set on March 31st. And that was back when the country had launched their lockdown. Now, since Friday, 22 schools have closed, as the country reported an additional 8,500 cases on Saturday and over 7,000 on Sunday. So as you guys can see, folks in Europe, they have to continue to be careful as well. None of us can afford to take the COVID-19 virus lightly. Speaking of not taking it lightly, here in the US, there was a frat party that took place at the University of New Hampshire and is currently the source of another outbreak that took place. It was called, quote, a reckless frat party. At least 11 cases of COVID-19 have been traced to that party, where people did not follow the public health guidelines. And this is according to the president of the University of New Hampshire. In a Sunday letter to the university community, the president, coincidentally named James Dean, said more than 100 students and non-students attended the August 29th party for the Theta Chi fraternity. He said, quote, this is reckless behavior and the kind of behavior that undermines our planning and will lead us to switching to a fully remote mode. This is what President Dean wrote. Quote, the August 29th party is reprehensible and will not be tolerated. As soon as we heard of this party at Theta Chi, we started an investigation with the Interfraternity Council. Now, the fraternity is suspended right now while the investigation is conducted, and the school is disciplining the organizers and the attendees. All members of the fraternity will have to undergo a 14-day quarantine. Any other students who attended the party are also asked to immediately start quarantining as well. The fraternity said they're investigating what happened at the University of New Hampshire. It says, quote, student health and safety are essential to Theta Chi's mission. The fraternity expects chapters to follow all applicable laws and regulations. So it sounds like the main frat, the headquarters, was not aware of what was going on there either. And again, we continue to exhort you guys to stay careful. Do not take this lightly. Now jumping here to the state of Florida, in a slight bit of good news, Florida continues its downward trend in terms of new COVID-19 cases, saying that it is seeing its lowest number of new cases in the last 3 months, on Labor Day weekend or over the Labor Day weekend. So good job to the state of Florida for continuing to be careful. Now, Florida reported over 1,800 new cases on Labor Day. The last time single day new case numbers were this low was back in June 15th to be specific, when 1,758 new cases were reported. To date, there have been over 646,000 cases of COVID-19 in Florida. And since August 1st, Florida has been averaging 150 COVID-19 deaths per day, which currently makes COVID-19 the state's #1 killer. So again, we continue to let you guys know to be careful. Now, while Monday marked a hopeful day in the state, some health officials are worried that Labor Day weekend activities will cause a surge in cases as people get tested later this week. So as more test results come in, we may see another bump in the numbers. We'll continue to keep you guys updated. The largest single day surge in Florida happened a week after the 4th of July. You guys will likely remember that surge, despite several large beaches having been closed around that time, but folks were still getting together. So the cases did increase. Governor DeSantis says he believes the state will continue to see new case numbers drop. He said, quote, I think that the dropping numbers are durable. They're lasting now for many weeks. So again, that's good news for the state of Florida. So we'll continue to keep you guys updated. Stay tuned here at Florida National News for more updates. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break and we're going to come back with some more news stories for you. Stay tuned.
At Duke Energy, we deliver electricity and so much more, like free home energy assessments, rebates for energy-saving improvements, payment options to help you better manage your budget, and even bill credits for helping the community use less energy. So no matter what you're doing, we can help you make better energy choices every day. It's just another way we bring power to your life. How much can you save?
All right, guys, welcome back to the Evening News Rundown. And in more U.S. news, the wildfire that spread across 7,400 acres was actually caused by a specific device used at a gender reveal party. So a bit more detail on that. A smoke-generating pyro device used at the party was the source of the wildfire in El Dorado, California, that spread to specifically 7,386 acres, 7,386 acres, according to California fire officials. And this was as of Monday. The California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection said the fire began at 10:23 a.m. Saturday. This is, of course, California time, in the El Dorado Ranch Park in Yucaipa, spreading to the north. As of Monday, the fire was 7% contained, according to the California Wildfire website. Now, the communities of Oak Glen, Yucaipa Ridge, Mountain Home Village, and Forest Falls are under excavation orders, and an excavation warning is in effect for the Yucaipa Bench area. The Yucaipa Community Center is serving as a temporary evacuation facility, according to CAL FIRE. More than 500 personnel and 60 engines have been deployed to the site, according to the website. The El Dorado fire adds to a series of dangerous wildfires that have cropped up in California as residents are already trying to fend off danger from the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. And you guys heard me talk about that yesterday, I believe, as we were also kind of talking about last week, as we were talking about the migrant workers in California who are also juggling both the wildfires and the COVID-19 pandemic. Now on Sunday, Governor Gavin Newsom proclaimed a state of emergency in San Bernardino County due to that El Dorado fire, as well as 4 other counties due to other fires. Now, compounding the danger, California residents narrowly escaped the threat of rolling blackouts after the state's independent system operator declared a stage 2 state of emergency. Now, the ISO warned residents to conserve power, and late Sunday said the state of emergency was lifted and no outages had been ordered. On Monday, the ISO asked residents to again take steps to conserve energy amid the hot weather, with a flex alert in place between 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. local time. The plot thickens, and we'll continue to keep you updated in terms of that, because that's pretty important, especially for my colleague who is coming back in a few minutes, Jamesia Salmeyer, who's out in LA. So I know she's been getting affected by that as well. So we'll hear from her momentarily. Jumping here to the state of Florida, and a bit of good news, the Orlando International Airport is seeing a recent uptick in travel, even amid the pandemic. So that is some good news. Now, officials at the airport reported that uptick on Monday, of course, as the holiday weekend brought visitors back to Central Florida. The airport was recorded as the 6th busiest airport in the nation for departing passengers on Labor Day. Traffic obviously is still not back to normal levels, especially for a holiday weekend. The airport expected over 25,595 people traveling through on Monday, which compares, to last year's. It's just under half. Last year had 52,000 plus passengers. The numbers are still an improvement, though, compared to traffic back in March and April when COVID-19 hit in earnest. Dr. Sean Snaith, who is the director of the Institute for Economic Forecasting at UCF, said that this is good news for the area because, of course, the airport is a big contributor to the local economy. Dr. Snaith said, quote, "A lot of jobs are at the airport in supporting the airlines in processing passengers, vendors, and concessions. On top of that, the airport is in the midst of major construction. It has contracts and relationships with different suppliers, and so there is a ripple effect in a negative sense whenever the airport is low on passenger traffic." So, a bit of good news for OIA, and we'll continue to keep you guys posted. In the meantime, we're going to take another quick commercial break. We'll be back with your business and sports stories. Stay tuned.
I'm not picking up. You pick it up.
I'm not picking it up.
Well, somebody's got to pick it up.
I'll pick it up. They're clean. 'Cause my hand is clean. Oh yeah, I'm Charmin clean. That's how I know they're clean.
Charmin Ultra Strong is woven like a washcloth and just cleans better.
Yeah, I'm Charmin clean.
The kid does have a
That's
point.
My hand is clean.
Enjoy the go with Charmin. And for an extra clean finish, try Charmin Flushable Wipes.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Evening News Rundown. In our business story, a bit of unfortunate news for the state of New York. Over half, particularly over 60% of the restaurants there may end up being shuttered due to COVID-19 economic losses. You guys already know the domino effect that has occurred in most small businesses, and particularly the state of New York, because New York was one of the hot spots for the nation in COVID-19 cases. So the specific percentage is 63.6%. That is the grim new report that has come out, that of all those restaurants in the whole state, they could permanently close by the end of the year without comprehensive relief. The New York State Restaurant Association surveyed over 1,000 restaurants across the state. The survey found that the New York State restaurant industry is struggling to exist without some form of either state or federal financial assistance. The survey found that just 36.4% of restaurants said they are likely or somewhat likely to remain open. Of those who are likely to close, 54.8% will be forced to shut their doors before November, not just before the end of the year, specifically before November. Melissa Fleischert, who is the association president and CEO, said in a statement, quote, "It is painfully clear that without financial assistance, the restaurant industry in New York State could collapse. These recent survey results illustrate just how dire the financial situation has become for most restaurants, and it shows just how critical it is that elected officials understand the urgency of the situation." Now, these results are coming on the heels of an NYSRA survey from back in August that found that 89.7% of New York's restaurant owners say that it will be very or somewhat unlikely that their establishments will be profitable in the next 6 months. NYSRA members are asking for a relief package at the federal and state levels to help keep these important community resources viable and, of course, as a direct consequence, keep people employed as well. You guys heard us talk yesterday about SeaWorld and the layoffs that they plan to do as a result of the COVID-19 economic losses. So we know that this is a domino effect. Now, jumping into our sports story, a bit of silver lining for our evening news rundown. The Tampa Bay Lightning have advanced in Game 1 for the Eastern Conference Final. They went ahead and prevailed against the New York Islanders. So congratulations to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Hashtag Go Bolts. So that was great news for the Lightning. And Casey Hudson will be back tonight at 8 p.m. with the FNN Sports Take to give you guys all the juicy details. But the second seed Bolts blew out the sixth seed New York Islanders 8-2 on Monday night when they played. Braden Point put the Bolts on the board after finding the back of the net via assists from Blake Coleman and Luke Shen a little over a minute into the opening faceoff. Now, Islanders' Jordan Eberle answered with a goal for New York to tie the game a little over 3 minutes after Point's goal. Victor Hedman then scored off of an assist from Point and Nikita Kucherov to help Tampa Bay regain the lead a little after 8 minutes into the first period. Ryan McDonough, who missed some time in the previous round, scored off assists from Kucherov and Mikhail Sergachev a little after 10 minutes into the opening period, and the scoring continued a little over 13 minutes into the second period. Point scored his second goal of the game. Kucherov and Hedman were both credited with the assist in the goal that gave Tampa Bay a 5-1 lead at the end of the second period. Now, Kucherov scored 5+ minutes into the third from assists from Point and Kevin Shattenkirk. Nick Leddy scored in the third period to help the Islanders cut the Lightning's lead 6-2. The Lightning, once again, have to play out the series without their captain, Steven Stamkos. Stamkos remains out with an undisclosed lower body injury. But congrats to the Tampa Bay Lightning. And once again, hashtag Go Bolts. That's some great news for them. In the meantime, we're going to take another quick commercial break, and we're going to come back with the lovely Janicia Stoudemire for your entertainment 4 for 4. Stay tuned.
All this time we fought side by side. We trained together. We lost together. And now, you're the only one standing in my way. It's been a while, old friend.
All right, guys, we are having a little bit of technical difficulty. Janicia was in the wings, but it looks like there were some technical gremlins, as we like to call them. We will get her back in a moment, so please continue to stay tuned, especially if you guys have been hankering for your entertainment 4 for 4 since last week. She is back, but we're going to continue to take this quick commercial break and go ahead and resolve a few things. Stay tuned.
You need time to stand still or get up and go. You need to unplug or to reconnect with those who matter most. You need to kick back, to dive in, to have your moment in the sun. You need a palace to lift your spirits, to taste the finer things. You need room to feed your soul, to remember why you travel. You need Lowe's. The legendary Lowe's Don Cesar Hotel, St. Pete Beach. The room you need.
All right, guys, we are back with the evening news rundown. Thank you so much for your patience. Janicia is back, so we are happy to bring her back for the entertainment 4 for 4. Good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, Melissa?
Doing great. Welcome back. Always good to see you.
Alrighty, guys. Well, we'll get started with today's entertainment 4 for 4. My name is Janicia, and I'm reporting live from Los Angeles, California. So today, let's see what we have. Had a little bit of technical difficulties, so I'm getting this rearranged for you guys. Alrighty. So, starting off with number 1. Mulan boycott continues after Disney Plus release. So, you guys, this is not the first time that boycott Mulan has been trending. It is now back again. And you ask, why is it trending? Well, as of last Friday, the live action Mulan released via Disney Plus on Friday. And the heroine of this Mulan feature is Yuffie Louis. And in 2019, she made a comment via her social media Weibo account, which is kind of similar to Twitter in the United States, and said that she was in support of the Hong Kong police. Now, she was in support of, and what was taking place at that time was the Hong Kong police were known for their excessive force brutality, or their police brutality and excessive force against the pro-democracy protesters that were resisting the mainland Chinese government. And they were protesting, and again, what took place is the police used excessive force and beat them. And it's interesting that this actress decided that she was in support of that. So a lot of people are calling out, especially some activists of Hong Kong, that are just saying, if you believe in human rights, you should boycott this movie. Now, I definitely am brand new to the story, and I'm really kind of shocked. Just because I never would think that Disney would kind of be in support of that. But this is something definitely I'd be interested to hear other people's words. Not that this is the question of the day, but you guys can DM me and just tell me anyway. All right, guys, so let's move on to number 2. According to New York AP, the Prince Henry and Meghan Markle signed a Netflix production deal. So yeah, they now are starting their own production company, you guys. And this production deal is going to be for multi-years, and they will be producing nature series, documents, and children programming. So as you guys kind of know, or many of us do know, Mr. Prince Henry and Meghan Markle left, I won't say left, but they're kind of on their own now from the royal family, and living their own life in the United States. Actually, they're located not too far from Los Angeles and Santa Barbara. So they wanted to start their own production company, and they've lined up this deal with Netflix. So they are really excited about it. And they, after reading the article from New York AP, the content informs, but also they wanted to do content that informs, but also gives hope, especially with their diverse background, and just being able to see the different communities, the people that they've met, and just the exposure to different lifestyles and so forth. They really want to communicate that through these different avenues. Also, they want to promote diversity behind the camera in their production company as they get it off the ground. And that is a key goal for both of them as they continue this production company together. It also came right after the 4th series, which this year it'll pick up in the late 1970s with Princess Diana, which is Prince Henry's mother, being played by Emma Corrin. So definitely interesting. I definitely want to watch what they put out there. I definitely think it'll speak to all of us, and we'll give you more details as some things come out. Number 3. Tracy Ellis Ross, Regina King, and more stars to recreate the Golden Girls in an all-black cast. Okay, guys. So really quickly, there is a cool, unique, so what's kind of going on? So it's not, right now, it's not necessarily going to be a continuous series, but it is an event. And this event is sponsored by Zoom, also by Colors of Change, which is a big organization for social injustice. And so through these different events, they plan, which these events are the different recreations of old sitcoms of yesteryears, which the first one, which is airing tonight, you can sign up to watch it, because you do have to sign up, because they want to email me about things that you can do about this election. I mean, it's really also empowered by Mobilize, and really mobilizing people to create change during this voting election year. So it's free, but you do sign up so they get your email so that they can email you more information about change you can do for the election. But hey, what's another email in her inbox? So via the Instagram post that Tracy posted, Tracy's going to be playing Rose. Regina King is Dorothy. Sanaya Lathan will be playing Blanche, and Alfred Woodard will be playing Sophia. So they're really recreating this as if it was a Black creation. It's directed by Gina Pierce Brightwood and hosted by Lena Waithe. So I have signed up, and if you want to sign up, here's the link. It's bit.ly/Zoom is where it happens. And you also can go to Tracy Ellis Ross Instagram. Unfortunately, today we didn't get to put that picture in there for you, but the link is in her bio. So you can go in there and click directly, making it a little bit easier for you all. But yes, that's bit.ly/Zoom is where it happens. And yeah, she just took the Instagram, but I definitely am excited to watch it and just to see the recreate. I mean, The Golden Girls was an amazing show, guys. All right, guys, number 4. USA Today's Women of the Century. So on USA Today, in honor of the 100th year of the 19th Amendment being passed, USA Today put together a list of 100 women that they feel, 100 women who have contributed to their community and their country. So some of the amazing women that are included on that list, oh my gosh, some are from the past, some are from the current. They have Queen Latifah, Dolly Parton, Whoopi Goldberg, Ella Fitzgerald, Aretha Franklin, Hattie McDaniel, and many, many more. They have some amazing stories on each of these women. And I think if you have the moment, definitely go to USA Today and type in Women of the Century, and it'll go ahead and give you that list, a complete list of all those amazing and beautiful women. Alrighty, guys, this is Jamesia again. I want to thank you once more for watching Entertainment 4for4 on Florida National News Evening Rundown. And you guys can make sure that you follow me. And if you want to DM me your answers about that Mulan thing, just go to @THE_ENT_MOGUL. All right, guys, that's it. Back over to you, Melissa.
Thank you so much, Jamesia. That's some very interesting updates. That the Golden Girls thing sounds like it's gonna be hilarious.
You already know, and it's definitely gonna be on your feed tomorrow.
Man, everybody's gonna be talking about that.
Yes.
And you know, there's gonna be like 50 memes just off of that. Like you're gonna very
oh my
interesting.
Goodness. That's just such an all-star Black women. It's no way that it's not going to be talked about. So hopefully we'll get, you have to sign up because you know it's going to be good.
Epic. And then like you, I have the same curiosity with Disney. Like, why did they let the actress, because that was from 2019. So, I mean,
it was
Disney's
August 2019 when the actual situation took place in Hong Kong. And yeah, it trended back then. And I guess because too much, you know, we can only speculate. But in my opinion, it's probably because it's just she was the star of the movie, and you can't. It wasn't an extra. It wasn't a featured person. It was literally the whole person. But yeah, I was gonna say it's not because they didn't have Mushu the Dragon, which I'm very deeply hurt about. Eddie Murphy made that movie.
Same.
But yeah, I don't know. I definitely would love to hear from Disney though. I was really surprised just because I feel like Disney always supports people, or just like people in general, like who we are as a people. And I'm really taken back to see that they would allow, you know, something wasn't done. I don't know if she had a pay cut or something.
Right.
Maybe we don't know.
We'll find out. The plot will continue to thicken. So yeah.
Alrighty. Thank you, Melissa. We'll see you guys next time.
Absolutely. Thank you as always for being here. Always a pleasure to have you. All right, guys. So that does it for us here at the Evening News Rundown. Thank you guys as always for tuning in. And if you haven't yet, be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Okay. You can find us at Florida National News on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram. And on YouTube, be sure to also not only hit the subscribe button, but also click the little bell icon so you can get all the notifications for all of our shows. And if you are interested in advertising, shoot us an email at ads@floridanationalnews.com or to sponsor one of our segments. In the meantime, guys, that does it for us here at the Evening News Rundown. Thank you so much for taking the time with us. We appreciate you. Take care.